Hi, I'm Kathy. A couple weeks ago I covered the topic of reading and encouraging people to let their child see them reading for pleasure because that's a real good way to make an early reader. But I also want to caution people, especially parents, not to get really worked up at what age your child is an effective reader. I know most of us as parents, we want to try to get our child reading at the earliest stage possible because we think that's what's going to make them successful in school. And the truth is, kids develop differently at different times. The majority of children are ready to learn to read between the ages of 5 and 7. The majority of kids can learn to read between the ages of 5 and 7. But you have to keep in mind that the normal range for reading is actually 3 to 9. Some children can read at the age of 3, and some equally normal children are really not ready to be good readers until the age of 9. What's important is that you teach reading at that individual's developmentally appropriate time. And I also want to tell you that there's a ceiling effect to reading. I know we get excited if our child is reading at 4, or at the age of 5 they're already reading, or are they reading before they get to kindergarten. And in truth, children who read early do have a slight advantage in first grade, kindergarten, first grade, second grade. But when you track those kids a few more years, by the time you get to 4th and especially by 5th grade, the effect is gone. There is no difference by 5th grade between our early readers and our late readers. It's a ceiling effect. I tell parents this is similar to, say, walking. If you have a child who learns to walk at the age of 9 months, and I have a child who learns to walk at the age of 14 months, when we see those children on a playground at the age of 7, you cannot tell the difference between the children because one was an early walker, one was a later walker, but there's a ceiling effect to the walking. And that is the same thing with reading. So while early reading does give kids a little boost in the early grades, if you have a child that really developmentally is not ready to read until a later age, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You give them opportunities to expand in the other areas they're ready for. And by 4th and 5th grade, as long as they're a pretty successful reader by then, there is a ceiling effect and those differences flatten out. If you'd like some more research on this or to see the citations on the current research on this, go to brains.org.